Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, we are playing Wheel of Fortune for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This one is developed by Rare, which means this one is gonna be pretty decent. And unlike pretty much all of my Let's Plays, this one's going to be a one-parter. I will have a few long plays up after this, so that way you guys can get more of the game, as well as the ability to see how deadly the computer AI can be. And after the credits roll, we start the game. We can choose between 1, 2, or 3 players, and we can choose whether or not we want to play against a computer. We pick less than 3. After that, we can pick between 3 skill levels, 1 being the easiest, 3 being the hardest. And of course, we get to input our names. The maximum amount of letters you can have in your name in this game is 9. And if you make a mistake, you can just go all the way to the arrow at the end, that little backspace arrow, and you can clear out the last letter you put in. And I'm just going to leave the second E out because, 9-letter limit on the names. And we are getting ready for round 1. The category for the puzzle is at the top, above where the puzzle is. And at the bottom of the screen is everything you need to know about what's going on right now. What the wheel is landed on, how much time you have to make a decision, how much money everybody has, you and your 2 opponents, as well as the commands you can input, as well as which round you're on. You can choose to spin at the beginning because, well, you have no other choice, and from there you're going to have the guess consonants, and if you make a correct guess, you will get whatever point value you landed on for each letter that is in the puzzle. So if you select S and there's like 1 S in the puzzle and you landed on 200, you will get 200 points. If there's 2, you'll get 400, 3, you'll get 600, you kind of get the drift. As for the wheel itself, there is a strength meter. Pressing A or B will stop the strength meter, and the closer to the right side of the meter that the little pink bar is on, the stronger your spin will be. And as you can see earlier, I kind of started off rather terribly because I landed immediately on bankrupt, and therefore I had to have some of the work done for me by my 2 competitors, Timbo and Claire. Was Timbo even a name in the 80s? Anyway, that's pretty much all that there is to know about the game. Gameplay is very, very simple. As for the flashing stuff on the wheel, B is bankrupt, M is miss turn, or lose turn as it's usually called, and the plus symbol is a free spin. If you land on it, you get a free spin token in case you make an incorrect guess, or you land on bankrupt, or miss a turn, and if you want to use your free spin, you can. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I might as well go ahead and talk more about the game because I pretty much mentioned what all the rules are automatically. Oh, I almost forgot about vowels. It costs $250, or points, depending on how you want to call them, to buy a vowel, and you lose that $250 whether or not that vowel is in the puzzle. If there are nothing but vowels left in a puzzle, the game will tell you, and you can choose either buy vowels or solve the puzzle. When you have just vowels left, it's a lot easier to solve the puzzle than if you still have consonants and vowels. But if you need to buy vowels, feel free. At least you can't land on bankrupt anymore. And after that first round where I figured out that the answer was Marie Antoinette, we go into the second round. Player 1 starts the first round, Player 2 starts the second round, and Player 3 starts the third. And Timbo seems to have a little bit of luck here going on, because he managed to land on free space right away. Free spin, rather. And believe it or not, your opponents do not always use the little free spin token. Sometimes they'll wait until later when they're in a good position before they actually use it. And since nobody is correctly guessing any letters, it's pretty much gonna be up to me here. And there are no R's. The only other game in the Wheel of Fortune series that I've played is the Deluxe Edition, which I played way back in 2013. And believe it or not, I could pick up Deluxe Edition and run rings around the computer opponents no problem. Especially with my playing style, where I can just guess the answers to the puzzles right away. I can still do that here, but it's gonna be hard for me to get a lot of money. If you don't have any money, or if you have less than $200 when you correctly solve a puzzle, you'll automatically win $200. So, it doesn't exactly pay to solve. And if you know the answer to the puzzle, you're better off going for more money. Because if you try to play it like I do, where you try to guess the puzzle right on the first opportunity, you're gonna be in for a bad time. And a hard one too, because the AI in this game, compared to Deluxe Edition for Super Nintendo and maybe Sega Genesis, I've never played that version, but I know it's on there too. The AI in the NES game, the original version, can be brutal. And you'll see more of that in the long play videos that I've made for this. So, don't think that this video is the only thing you're going to see of the game. I'm going to show off a little bit more, just so you guys can get a good grasp of what the game is like. And that's pretty much it, really. I also found out from one of my followers, at LincolnHawk29 on Twitter, that there was a family version. There was basically a second version of this game with all new puzzles, and it looked mostly like this. The only differences are the colors of the gameplay screen being a little different, and the music and presentation, especially for the copyright screen at the beginning, being a little different too. But other than that, it's basically the same game as this. I'm definitely considering playing this second version right after I play the first. Because why not? I might as well just go ahead and get it out of the way. Also, the rounds in this game are a little different too. It's not like Deluxe Edition where you have 3 rounds and then the speed up and then the grand prize puzzle for whoever has the most points or money or whatever it is you want to call it. You have 2 rounds, then you have speed up, and then you have the grand prize puzzle. You can blow through this game faster than some of the later ones. So you definitely have to keep that in mind, and you definitely have to work hard at getting as much money in-game as you can before the speed round. Because if you don't, one of your opponents is going to take whatever short lead that you have, and they're going to take that grand prize puzzle out from under you. Now, thankfully, I managed to solve this one as well. Only thing is, I don't have any money on me, so my grand total is now at $1,100. This will make the next round, the speed up round, a little more difficult, because this can still be anybody's game. Especially with how the AI in this game is a little rougher than in some of the later titles. Especially Deluxe Edition. I mean, I want to think this game has harder AI than some of the later titles. Oh, especially compared to the Deluxe Edition, which of course I played for the channel. And speed up rounds, pretty much what you'd expect. Vowels are worth nothing, consonants are worth whatever the wheel lands on. In our case, it's $250. And you guess a letter, and if you get it right, you have the chance to solve the puzzle. If you can't solve the puzzle, just let the timer run out. It'll automatically go to the next person. You will not be penalized for doing so. And just like in the first 2 rounds, whoever wins the speed up round gets to keep their money. And it's definitely make or break time here. And I really wish that I had guessed this one correctly. But my opponents took that from under me. And you'll definitely see what it is soon enough. Also, unlike Deluxe Edition, I'm not sure if other versions of the game on other systems let you do it. But unlike Deluxe Edition, where if you weren't satisfied with a puzzle that was on screen, you could actually switch to a new one before the round begins. In this game, you can't do that, which drove me nuts. Also, the answer to this one is leave it be. And I wish I had solved that. But Claire, our second opponent, or the third player rather, only gets $200, so we get to keep our lead, and I get to play for a prize. Now you can choose whether or not to keep the sports car or go for a different prize. You can choose between the sports car, a motorboat, a deluxe kitchen, a ski holiday, a bedroom suite, and a dream vacation. And then after that, it just goes back to the sports car. Choose yes if you want a new prize. Press no if you want to go for that prize. After this, there's the final grand prize puzzle, where you get to choose 5 consonants and 1 vowel. I'm going to go with the tried and true R, S, T, L, N, and E, because those are the 5, or rather 6 most common letters in a puzzle such as this. And somehow I managed to figure this one out. Unlike Deluxe Edition, I have a much harder time trying to figure out what these puzzles are, especially since they're longer than the ones in Deluxe Edition. I don't know if it's because I barely played this game before, or if it's just how the game is, or the game is just this hard on purpose. I can't really tell. But nevertheless, I managed to figure out the title, which is the corresponding category for this puzzle, which is I Wanna Hold Your Hand. Song by the Beatles. If you haven't heard that song, you're missing out. Go listen to it, please. And if you win the puzzle, you get to enjoy whatever prize you gunned for in the final round. You don't even get to be reminded about how much money you won prior to this. You're just told, hey, enjoy your grand prize. Like, what are the dollar amounts I played for? What are they for then, if that's the case? And that's basically it for Wheel of Fortune for the NES. How does this game stack up? Well, I can't really be too hard on the game. I mean, it is a game I could blow through in about 13, 14, 15 minutes. And, well, the graphics are alright. The sound, music, the gameplay, it's all pretty solid. I mean, it does what it should. And Rare, being Rare, they did a swell job with it. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking or anything, but it's a pretty good game. I mean, I wouldn't mind picking this up and playing it again, especially if I wanted a challenge. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this game. And that's pretty much all I can say about this game. And that'll wrap it up for Wheel of Fortune for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So, hopefully, I'll be back with another game. I may actually play Wheel of Fortune Family Edition after this, just to see how it goes. Maybe I might do multiple long plays for that one as well. Who knows? But for now, enjoy the long plays that come after this. Keep enjoying Carmen Sandiego if you haven't already. I'm still going to be showing videos off for that because I'm still not done with it yet. And yeah, until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching, and see you guys later!